Here we go. We're live. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody, to this Friday Night Health Talk, episode number 2. So while we're preparing this, and this is going live right now, give me a second so we can share this out. Let me share it to a couple of groups and to some pages. Thank you. Please come in, join Alicia, Hawkins, my special awesome guest, and me for this health talk. Let me just share it to a couple places. Give me 1 second. Please say hi on the post. You guys, we're also going to be taking some questions if we get to that point where we can. So if you have questions during our health talk and have some concerns and you want to know some stuff, go ahead and feel free to ask questions in the comments. Make sure you guys are sharing this out to your rightful groups. And let me see if it lets me share it. So I always get a little delay when I'm trying to share my post for some reason. Hold on. So welcome to this Friday night awesome health talk episode 2 with Anne-Marie from California, and we got Alicia Hawkins. Alicia, say hi to everybody while I'm sharing this.
Hello, everyone.
Awesome. Okay, let me get to some more groups. 1 second. And Alicia, where are you from again? I always forget, sweetie.
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas in the house. All right, I'm just sharing a couple some team groups and posts so that they can share it. Second, welcome. You guys, Alicia is not going to be live video today again because she's not feeling under the weather, but she was so awesome enough to still continue to join us via phone again. So I want to thank her for, participating. Thank her for being a part of this because she's just amazing. If you guys did not listen to last week's episode of Health Talk, our first episode, it was awesome. I mean, I got off the phone and we got on the phone back again. We're like, oh my gosh, that was so good. So it's really good, really good. Okay, I'm just sharing it with a couple more groups. I think that's it. Let me see. Welcome to this Friday evening. Hopefully you guys are having a good time. Okay, that's all I'm gonna share it too. Okay, so you guys, I just wanted to make sure I got it shared out so a couple people can share it themselves as well. Thank you for joining us Friday evening health talk with my special guest Alicia Jones from Dallas, Texas. And you guys, we had a great talk last week about, Alicia is a certified holistic health coach. She joined with me with HBN about a month ago. She's been learning and educating herself about our HBN products, and she's just excited to be able to share with us her knowledge because she is a certified holistic health coach. She has a lot more knowledge about our products and what they have and so forth like that. So today's episode, we're going to continue because we're both huge black seed oil advocates, right? So last week, let's touch a little bit. We talked about black seed oil, how it has many benefits. But here's some questions. It's going to be interview style, right? Because Alicia is awesome at answering them for me. So Alicia, we talked, you and I, we always talk before our conversations, right? So we talked again about black seed oil, how it's amazing, how it's got amazing properties. You guys, first of all, we make no medical claims here with HBN. We're just telling you about herbs and ingredients that work and help to heal the body. And so first of all, Alicia, my question to you is because previously from being, before I got into HBN, I was taking black seed oil capsules, right? And you said something to me yesterday, very important on the phone. And I want you to tell our listeners today, what is the difference or benefits from taking our HBN black seed oil that's in a liquid form versus taking like gel caps? So expound on that because you said some very amazing stuff to me yesterday about that.
Okay, so excuse me. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I'm under the weather, but I'm still going to try to talk. And if there's distortion, let me know, okay?
Okay.
So the difference between the capsules, the gel capsules versus the liquid is like an IV. So it goes straight to your cells. It goes straight into you right away. The gel capsules, they are liquid inside, but they're processed. And so they have a formulation requires breaking down. So anytime you're taking any supplements, anytime you're taking any type of medication and you have to chew it, swallow it, it has to go through the complete digestive process. So it's going all down through your digestive system to process properly. Liquid formation like black seed oil is going straight to the cellular level. So your body is getting it like an instant IV. When you go to the hospital and they check you and they say, okay, she's dehydrated, or you need potassium. So they don't have time. They're going to give it to you intravenously. That's why you get an IV, because they want those nutrients, okay? Again, nutrients to hit the body quickly so that your body can start realigning back to its normal state.
Now that's very interesting. I love how you said that by taking it liquid form, that was a key thing that I thought, wow, I've never heard it explained like that. It's almost like an IV. So when you're dehydrated, wow, and they put that stuff in you and they poke you, but you're getting it quicker in the absorption rate. So that's really, really amazing, because I was taking gel caps for a long time. And so now I'm converting, everything over to taking our black seed oil with HBN, because it is liquid form. So if you look at it on my screen, you can see it's just a dropper, and you can drop them in under your tongue. You take them sublingually. So that's really cool. Now, just for me, a couple of the benefits, guys, that when I Google like what's the benefits of black seed oil, I mean, you can find, like I said, there's 7, 8, 10, even I found 101. But the one thing for me, for anybody who is diabetic, right, and that was me, and that's why Alicia, when I first talked to her a year and a half ago, and she recommended black seed oil for me, and I wasn't in any company at the time that was selling it. That's why I was just taking it. And it really does help reduce your blood sugars, right? And here's one thing that I saw, and it was, if I believe correctly, it was by Dr. Axe. And he said something really that in his thing of what the benefits of black seed oil were, that I thought was really crucial, that black seed oil for diabetics, now this is just one, now there's a bunch of ways, right? But for me, I'm just saying that black seed oil acts like metformin. And I was blown away when I read that. So, I mean, that to me is huge, because I know you can expound what are the cautions or precautions of somebody who's taking metformin?
So the cautions for someone taking metformin is they should continue taking that metformin along with the black seed oil. But if they find that the black seed oil is causing their blood sugars to drop tremendously below 80, then they may want to consult with their doctor. I mean, I have a few friends that take metformin as well. I haven't found anyone that's taking the metformin currently that's using black seed oil. They're not doing them consistently. So once you start doing something consistently and you see a different number than what you've previously seen, then you consult with your doctor, and you need to be honest with the fact that, yes, I've been taking black seed oil for the past 3 months every single day. Let your doctor know exactly the amount that you're taking. Be completely honest. Then that's between the person, the patient, and the physician to decide. And if a person is definitely going to stick with it, they may have to say to this physician, I'm not going to take this anymore. And that's going to be their choice, not anyone else's choice, because they've made a conscious health decision to take charge of their life. Because they don't want to continue taking metformin, which causes so many other things that go on in their body. It disrupts the kidney, it disrupts the liver. It causes a multitude of things to become a problem later on in life. So it's a decision for each and every single person to make with their physician. Honesty is the key. And then make a conscious decision to stay consistent in their health walk, because it's a lifetime, it's a lifestyle. It's not a journey that you're going to pursue, for a certification or for a medal. Your life should hold medals by themselves. You should not have to be told to do something to benefit your life. However, that's why we're here.
Right.
This is proof. This is proof that we can overcome. We can be better.
Mm-hmm.
We can do better. Knowledge is power. There is lots of information on Google. I mean, I understand that, yeah, but it's cumbersome. It's cumbersome trying to put it all together to understand it clearly and where it fits in. Just like you were saying, and black seed oil has 101 different benefits. Okay, so for different individuals, it's going to do different things, and that's what's so powerful about it, because it's designed to do different things. I mean, how many blood pressure pills do you know when someone says, "Oh, the benefit of the blood pressure pill is also making my hair grow," or the benefit of metformin, is making my libido higher? Really? No. So how many things do you know that pharmaceutical drugs that provide those types of things? So black seed oil is one that's well known. I mean, it has medicinal properties that can benefit a multitude, multiracial, and all type of ethnic groups from all walks of life. How powerful is that supplement? And again, supplements. And I want to mention this because I remember reading in the group one day, we're always concerned about taste, okay? So a supplement, this is what HBN provides supplements. Supplements are designed to enhance. They are designed to enhance. It's nothing about them tasting good or making something taste good. Enhancements are to boost and increase, to accelerate and to complete. Enhancements, boost, increase, accelerate, and complete.
That's awesome. And that's so true. That's awesome. Go ahead, continue.
And it's up to us to start the facilitating process in our taste buds. If we start to absorb things quicker and use small amounts of things that we do like to accommodate, our bodies and our taste buds are going to adjust accordingly. But if we're always looking for how something tastes, okay, let's just go to Popeye's chicken. Now they got this chicken sandwich that's blowing all. I'm just like so bad at that, So I'm lying here, in bed for the last 2 days, been under the weather. And I'm just like, really? So we have become commercialized from one chicken sandwich to the next chicken sandwich. And we're standing in lines. We're standing in lines to get a chicken sandwich. Okay? So, I'm sitting here because I'm analytical, because I'm in this healthy version of life. So I'm saying, okay, so how much flour did they use? White flour causes inflammation. Vegetable oil causes inflammation. All the toxin and the fumes that they use to fry the chicken with. And then they put it on a bun or a piece of bread that's white flour. That's additional inflammation. What type of salt did they use? Did they use sea salt? No, they did not. They used regular iodine salt, which is causing inflammation. So that's blood pressure, blood sugar, diabetes, cholesterol, arthritis, 5 things that I'm thinking off the top of my head while I'm lying in bed. But we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, so that's why we as HBN representatives, we have something powerful. We have We just have to keep learning about the products, and we have to keep even using them to ourselves, where that our testimony, our story becomes powerful. I wasn't going to talk about this until the latter part of the segment, but I'm going to go ahead because, so it was a Tuesday end that I told you that I wasn't feeling well, that I felt like had like my allergies were bothering me. So I honestly think I've had a 48-hour flu. So I woke up yesterday morning hurting from head to toe. I couldn't stand to walk. I couldn't stand to touch my own fingers. I couldn't stand to touch my face. Everything hurt. I was sneezing. I had mucus everywhere. So I pulled out my Nourish, and I said, okay, let me just put a little of that in my juice. I didn't even want to drink anything, but I knew I needed to, right?
Right.
So I had put a scoop of it in my juice. Nothing happened. A couple hours later, put some more in. A little bit better. So about midday, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, I think I put 3 tablespoons in juice. By 7 o'clock, I started feeling the aching was gone. The flu-like symptoms had completely dissipated. My mucus was not as thick. So what that means is that the infection that was trying to attack me was no longer attacking me. You know why? Because Nourish has nettle in it. Nettle is a plant that is used for hay fever, sinusitis, and inflammation for bronchial tubes. Boom. No antibiotics. Took care of me.
Wow. Just by taking our Nourish. That's amazing. And
Took care of me.
Let me just stop. That's crazy. So you down with the bug, but you did talk about, when I talked to you earlier, because you did tell me you were under the weather, and you said if you hadn't done your whole life a bunch of this preventative stuff, you probably would be real way worse than you are now, right? And so we're going to talk about that in a minute. We want to talk about how, Alicia's really big on saying you can't just take supplements, and they are going to help you, enhance you, like she said, but you also have to make a lifestyle change. Here's one thing I think it's funny that you brought up the Popeyes chicken thing, right? Because I don't see my newsfeed all the time. And I'm like, what is going on with this stupid Popeyes chicken, right? Because I don't eat Popeyes chicken, and I don't even eat at Chick-fil-A, right? But here's the thing I think is crazy. And I know everybody in the health and industry has had this happen. People eat so much junk food, right? But when you present them to something like, hey, we have some supplements that could help you, they want to know what the heck is in it. What are the ingredients? What does it do? But if you go ask what that Popeyes chicken had in it, no, you just went there. They made what, I think $1 billion or something like that, or 2 million. I saw a post today, and I'm like, are you kidding me? For some chicken that you just described as very unhealthy, fried bread, vegetable oil, all this stuff that's not good, and nobody cared to ask what was in the ingredients. But you come and tell somebody that really wants to change their health, and they're like, well, what's in that? And what does it do for me? Now, I know from me being in the health industry for the last 5-6 years, I've experienced that so many times. Well, I don't know what's in it. Well, you didn't know what was in that chicken. You didn't know what was in that McDonald's. You didn't know what was in that Burger King, that pizza, whatever, but you still ate it. So, Alicia, go into this part that's going to cover this. What does somebody need to do? Because as you say, supplements enhance. Supplements, you said a couple, 3 words. They enhance, what else were what was it?
They enhance, they boost, and they accelerate to completion.
Okay, so on those 3 things, you were telling me that they can do all that and it's going to help them. But what was the key? The key thing that Alicia said is that weight loss. In the health and wellness industry, one thing I know that she was telling me that's real frustrating is that everybody looks at, I want to lose weight. What kind of weight loss products do you have? Most major companies out there are based on weight loss. But go on this, Alicia. What were you telling me about that it needs to be a lifestyle change? It needs to be a health change. You need to make changes. So talk about that in taking supplements and helping to not only just change the weight loss, but change your overall health. So go ahead.
Okay, so making a lifestyle change, even whether it's for health or whether it's for losing weight along with health, One thing that's vitally important, and I can say that some of the industries have capitalized on, they realize that detoxing is vitally important. And the reason why detoxing is vitally important is because most people who've never detoxed, who've never fasted, they don't understand that you cleanse those major organs, the liver, the kidneys, the cardiovascular system. Your skin needs to be detoxed. Your lymphatic system needs to be detoxed. And most of the companies that sell weight loss products for detoxing, they have all of those components in there to detoxify the body. First of all, the liver is where the fat is stored. If your liver is fatty, your detoxing is not going to be successful, and your weight loss is not going to be successful. So detoxing is vitally important. That's why a lot of times if you're only doing a detox tea and you have not changed your eating behavior, you're not going to do nothing but lose the water weight. You're not going to see any benefits to your weight loss. When I say benefits, because you're going to see the water weight, but when you put the detox with changing your food intake, changing your daily regimen, increasing your water intake, getting proper sleep, you're not going to see any results. You're going to see very minimal results. So sometimes people say, oh, I lost 15 pounds or I lost 20 pounds, in this certain period of time, boom, 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 I'm fine now. Okay, when you start eating that fried chicken again, that fine going away. That pooch belly is coming right back. That's because you did nothing else to change it. So it has to be a lifestyle change. One of the key components, and you and I discuss this all the time with you, is that if you're not getting proper rest, that is a problem because you have jacked up your metabolism. Your metabolism is off balance, and you're not going to be successful long term with weight loss. Not getting enough rest not only accelerates diabetes and high blood pressure, it's not keeping your body aligned to even perform. So that's a problem. Okay, so consistently, and I can talk on and on about various things that, can help lose weight, can help you accelerate that, can help you to get on the right path. But, there are different paths for everyone. My thing is basically, I'm going to always start sugar, bread, white flour products, white sugar. If it's not plant-based, you're harming yourself. If it's not if you gave up those products that are not plant-based, like white sugar, sweet and low, it's not good for you. People say, oh, I'm using sweet and low, I'm using substitute, blah, blah, this. I'm using Splendor. Okay, read about it. That's why you have migraine headaches. That's why you have issues with your shoulders and your back. That's why you have pain in the mornings when you wake up and you haven't done anything for it, because you just adding more poison to your body for inflammation. So if you start using a plant-based sugar and eliminating those other things, Diet Cokes, people think I'm drinking diet soda or I'm drinking diet tea. Guess what? They put something in there to make it taste good.
Right.
Oh, I'm using products that have cane sugar in it. Oh, I'm using blah, blah, blah. But they put those other ingredients in it for a reason, because you don't know what they mean. You don't know what they're doing. Like HCFS, high fructose corn syrup. That's a killer. It's killing children.
Wow.
Quit buying your children these high C drinks with the little straw because it's cute. Jesus.
Oh my gosh, I need to stop buying this for my son. See, I learned something new every day.
It's like, I mean, it's not cute. I mean, it's because it's cute. It's got the cute little straw. They got the Spider-Man and Cinderella on them. Now, that's a marketing tactic. That's not going to make your children healthy.
Right.
You're loading them up with sugar. The teeth are rotting, and then you're causing them to gain weight, and you're wondering why my children are gaining weight. But they're drinking 6 boxes of high C fructose juice.
Come on.
It's not real juice. It's not real juice.
Right.
So it's a lifestyle change, a mindset change, something that's absolutely necessary, because the pharmaceutical companies are not designed to heal you. God designed our world and our food to heal itself. Food is supposed to be the medication, not a prescription from Dr. Chow.
Right. So if somebody wanted to, I know you and I talk about this, especially for me, because you have helped me with my health since January 2018, right? And my sugars had dropped by over 200 points. And we were talking about it yesterday because I love to do like smoothies, like fruit smoothies, but I thought they were bad for me as a diabetic. So I wasn't really doing those. But you said something about what's the difference between, like, if I do fruit smoothies, the sugars from natural fruits versus like the artificial sugars and stuff. I can't remember how you said it, but you said something about that, because we wanted to talk about what's the difference from doing like fruit, veggies, and plants, and even doing them in smoothies or juicing.
Okay, so if you have blood sugar issues, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are diabetic yet, but pre. So your intake, it has to be very concrete on what you choose and what you select to put in your smoothies. So berries are the number one that someone with diabetes should use. Berries, because they have less sugar, but they have more of a sweeter taste to them, versus a banana. If you're going to do a banana, you need to not consume other fruits in it. Like you shouldn't put bananas with pineapple and mangoes and peaches. That's too much consumption for your sugar intake. Okay, so the difference between natural sugars versus processed, the difference is one is processed with extra additives of sugar. Natural is just the natural, so it's processing in the formation that your body naturally processes, versus processed sugars are going and settling, and they're just being eaten up by the inflammation that's already currently in your body. Okay, so one feeds something, the other digests and eliminates. Processed feeds toxic inflammation that's already in your body. So when you put in those other sugars, they're going and find a home in the areas that's already a problem for you. So let's just say you have arthritis in your fingers or arthritis in your wrist. Guess what? As soon as that sugar hit, it's going to swim around, and that arm, those fingers, your back, your leg, whatever's already a problem area, it's going to continue housing itself there.
Got it. And
so if you
go ahead.
So if you want something that's going to taste good, if you've never had a smoothie, I always say start with a green smoothie, spinach, mild flavor. Don't try to jump to kale. You're not a superfood user yet, so don't jump to it because somebody else doing it. So spinach, pineapple, and if you don't have any, blood sugar issues, spinach, pineapple, and a pear or an apple with coconut water or regular water. And if you need extra sugar, buy a plant-based sugar, stevia, plant-based.
Yeah, I use stevia. And you know what's really awesome? Like Alicia said she was feeling under the weather. She took some of our Nourish, and it helped her, I think, recover faster. And one of the things I'm sharing really quickly on my screen, and you guys will see, is at HBN, we have like a completely different site, but it's linked to us. And you see it's called Go Clean. And what I like about HBN, they've really thought of everything in the health. We have, you guys, I just want to share this really quickly because we're talking about smoothies. If you come to our Go Clean and Lean, bless you, we actually have drinks, desserts, recipes that you could already mix. And what it's using is our products, right? So it's telling you like on shakes, our smoothies, and I'm waiting for it to just load. So hopefully it loads really quickly. But it'll tell you how to make certain, like for example, I'm looking at one here and look at exactly what she mentioned: berries, strawberries, blueberries, lemon, right? You have one here that's talking about anti-aging. And so and it tells you to use our body. And that's one of our products. We have a trilogy pack called Body, Mind, and Soul, which is really amazing. And the Nourish is the one that gives you the daily supplements of fruits and veggies. So if you go to our site, if you're somebody who's looking to start, like Alicia said, you need to change your eating habits as well. And that starts by eating healthy. Don't expect that you're going to take all these supplements. Yes, they're going to help you, but they will help you much faster if you're changing your eating lifestyle as well. And at HBN on their Go Clean and Lean, we have a bunch of different recipes using, like the first one will show you body. The second one is using our mind, and how to make them. And then we have a couple others. We have but you can come and look how to use these, how to make these, if you're really interested on changing your health, right? Because I agree with Alicia. Like we were talking the other day. I said, Lisa, I've reduced my sugars by over 200 points, but I still need to drop them by another 60 to 80 points. And she said the key things: what are you eating to me, and how much sleep am I getting? And then I said, yeah, sometimes I still eat bread, but it's not a lot. Like even if I eat one slice of bread, my sugars will spike up. If I have any kind of desserts, my sugars will spike up. So she said it's really key to change those. And she did say to me too, as I start eating healthier and putting the supplements that HBN has, my taste buds will start to change, which is really key, right? I've only been in HBN about 3 months. I do take their products, but I haven't done too much smoothie because I wasn't doing a lot of smoothies because I thought the fruit was bad for me. But when she said to me that, no, it's a natural sugar, you're okay, right? You still got to watch it. Don't do too high. Do a lot of raspberries, blueberries, pomegranate, stuff like that with seeds. That makes a lot of sense. But you guys can come on our site as well and look for. And we don't only have drinks. We have how to make breakfast using our supplements, how desserts, entrees, salads, dishes, snacks, and stews. So we have this whole HBN. Oh my God, they have thought of everything because they said, like what Alicia believes, it doesn't only just start with the supplements. Now HBN saying, hey, we are providing for you guys recipes, health solutions. They even have simple steps, 1, 2, 3, and you can look on the site that I'm showing you, simple steps that you need to take how to start your health journey. Okay, so if you're wanting to change, Alicia's big on doing juicing, doing smoothies. What else do you recommend for somebody who's trying to change regarding weight loss?
I think the biggest component to that is, as far as like it's an elimination process, like I mentioned to you yesterday, the sugars, the breads, if a person is drinking soft drinks, eliminate the soft drinks. But the main thing to me is they have to come in with the mindset and the heart ready to do that. Right. If they're unsure, it's not going to work. If they're wavering, it's not going to work. If they have the mindset, and I'm big on positive affirmations, you have to have a why for everything. You have a why because you joined HBN. Your why, if you joined HBN because you wanted to make some money and you wanted to, sometimes people say, I want to look at, a more healthier lifestyle. What do you mean by looking at a more healthier lifestyle? You need to say, I am ready to adopt a healthier lifestyle for my family, for my friends, from my colleagues. So I'm going to be the tool and the vessel that's going to show them that this is possible, even, in spite of. So the mindset and the heart ready to take action, no matter what. No matter what. No matter who likes it, who doesn't like it, no matter what others are doing, it has to come from the individual that's actually taking the next step. So next step, next level, next journey. You can partner up with many people, but usually partnering up is only accountable to a certain level. Okay? So what I mean by that, to a certain level, if you're accountable group or partnership, if you all don't have, let's say 30 pounds to lose or 40 pounds to lose, someone who has 10, they're not going to stick with you guys. You know why? Because they know if they just stick to something for 30 days or 6 weeks, they're going to lose those 10 pounds. So someone who has a little bit more will give a little bit more time. So be cognizant of who you're partnering with. And if you're able to partner by yourself, make it an anniversary gift for yourself for a certain period of time. Make it a birthday present. Make it a Christmas gift. Make it, a gift to, just become a person that you haven't been for however long, that you want to become. Make it a goal for yourself. And then as you start aligning yourself, you will start gaining knowledge. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. When I started my journey many, many years ago, I had to find me. I had to tweak what works for me. I got to a point where meat meant nothing to me. So I was okay with that. Was my friends okay with it? No, they were not. So they were not. So they kept moving. But they're still my friends, that they're looking in, and now they want to know, what, how can I get where you are? But see, it was a process. So if you start and you have the mindset that whoever falls off, they're going to come back if they're meant to be. And if they don't come back, God is going to provide people in your life that need you, want you, and want to embrace you. Be okay with that. We came here alone. We're going to leave here alone. Sometimes even in the natural formation, we have to walk alone in that journey. That's what we have to do. And that's why I love the HBN. It's natural. So it's in the natural formation. And that's what we have to think, in the natural formation of life. Who do I want to be on that trail with me? Who do I want to hear from? We have to drown out the negativity and that noise. And we have to embrace the new. And embracing the new can be scary. But with HBN, like Ann said, it provides you some tools to use. I'm here as a resource. If you guys don't want to reach out to me, you can always reach out to Ann. She'll call me or inbox me. I'm open. I'm very direct. So I'm going to always, if someone says, well, what happens if I do this? My first thing is, when a person asks a question, what happens if they do something? 99% of the time, they've already done that. So my thing is, I'm going to say, well, when did you do that? Don't be offended. We're all adults, so we have to be, when we're taking a health journey, we have, we have to be honest. I mean, if you go to the doctor, you have to be honest, because even to a certain extent, certain tests that they perform, they only see what a number shows. Right. When you put in the equation of honesty versus the test and the timeline that they completed it, that's how they come with a diagnosis. Sometimes the numbers don't give enough, but just the conversation that you gave in the process helped the doctor to determine the diagnosis. Can you tell me that's not halfway subjective? Really? So if I just told you, but no, I didn't do that, what would you say?
Right, right. And
I
it's
mean,
just,
that's halfway subjective.
right. And just like those doctors, when you go to a visit, they ask you all these questions, right? So because they have their own formulator, Alexander Brighton, and like I said, we have the resources. Let me just show you really quick. We have, and you can get this directly from our site. So whoever is sharing this video, make sure you get their HBN link and go and look for that document. But we actually have what we call a Go Clean and Lean health profile self-assessment. So it's asking you some serious questions like, what do you have inflammation with? Your name, you can fill this out. How do you feel? And it's a couple pages, but it's asking you to rate and base yourself and to keep a 6-month journal so that if you are deciding today to make a healthy lifestyle change, try HBN products, then this way you can see how are you feeling in 6 months. Here's the journal. What has changed? What benefits do you have? So this is a little tracker. It's only 2 pages long. It's really cool, but you can actually do a health assessment of yourself, right? And then on top of that, for those who want to, start to change your health, we have 2 different programs. We have a 6-in-1 meal plan that can give you some information, and all of this is available on our site as well. So it gives you some healthy tips on like step 1, eat some fruits. Here's the starches. Here's the proteins. Here's some, other foods that you can eat, along with the recipes, right? And then we also have our 12-hour fasting program for those who like to fast. We know some people who like to, I forgot what is it called? What is it when the intermediate fasting, right? So this is something similar to that, where it says fat, 8 hours for digestion plus 4 hours for deep cleanse and 12-hour fast, right? And all of that can be found on our sites. So you can go to get back with the person who obviously shared with this on your timeline, on their timeline, ask them, hey, I'm interested in starting a weight loss, or not even weight loss, healthy lifestyle change, right? And we have all the stuff on our Go Clean and Lean. And another thing for those who are really serious, like here's what Alicia said. She said, you have to make a goal and be determined to come in, right? Or it's not going to work. And here's a cool thing with HBN's Go Clean and Lean. They actually have a program where if you're serious, right? HBN, it's called the Weight Loss Challenge, right? And you can actually lose up to 5, you can join, right? First you have to enter, it's serious, right? It's not just for joking around. You have to actually fill out an application. You have to fill out the questionnaire. You have to be on at least one of HBN's products for 90 days. And then depending on how much weight you lose, you can earn up to $500 back. So on top, and this is accountability in a sense. You have 90 days to do this in, right? And you're taking HBN supplements, you're following recipes, you're changing the way you're eating, and there's a possibility for you to earn some money, right? So we offer that weight loss challenge on our sites again, and it tells you all the information here, how to enter, how to join. And then to me, I think this is a cool kind of thing, because if you're really, really serious, it's kind of a motivation, because you're saying, hey, I can lose some weight, and at the same time, I could earn some money, right? Not everybody has to do it, but you do have to also provide before and after pictures. So know that, right? They're going to use your testimony. That's why they're doing it that way. So you have to be willing to take before pictures and after pictures, but you can find all the details on our site right here, how to get into that, follow the recipes. And like, I really believe it. I even told Lisa, okay, Lisa, work with me. You know, I've struggled with weight loss because of me diabetic, and she's going to be working with me on more what to eat and what not to eat. And so we're going to hopefully go through this transition where I want to drop like 50 pounds. And so she's like, all right, let's do this. So I just stopped really quick.
Yeah, and the same, and I use the same pretty much format that HBN has, because I have a form where I ask specific questions. You know, what do you eat? What time do you go to sleep? What do you have for breakfast?
Right.
You know, even more detail. You know, what's your age? Are you menopausal? You know, or what's How are your sleeping habits? You know, what do you drink on a daily basis? Are you a smoker? Because that all is a determining factor on what's the best choice and which way to go into a healthy eating regimen. You know, some people will come straight out and tell you, I'm a sugarholic. So if a person tells me they can't do without sugar, and or they're a chocolate holic, the first thing I recommend for them, someone, especially someone that's a chocolate or sugar addict, sugar is a result of you're not getting enough fat, healthy fats.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate is a direct result that you're not getting enough magnesium. So I'm going to recommend calcium magnesium for that individual right away. Because some people say, well, you know, I just love chocolate. Well, your magnesium level is down. So next time you go see your doctor, ask him. You know, a doctor don't usually, unless it's at a level where it's a threatening level, they usually will not tell you. So if it becomes a threatening level, if you're not taking calcium and you're not taking a product with magnesium in it, 99% of the time, you have a calcium magnesium deficiency. That's why you rant and rave until you get the chocolate. And when you get the chocolate, you feel like, you know, you feel comfortable, you feel happy, you just smiley because the chocolate feels so good going down. Because that's the deficiency. So some of your cravings are deficient, nutrient deficient. It has nothing to do with the fact that you just like caffeine or you just like chocolate. It's a deficiency. Anytime you have an overwhelming craving for something that you have to have, it's a deficiency. It's a nutrient deficiency. So
yeah, and that's good. I love that we have the biominerals. I mean, I think they've drawn me to HBN because when I was like, oh wow, they got magnesium, and I had been researching because I shared this before. I've had severe pain in my shoulder, and when I looked up some stuff to help, you know, besides just CBD, and I was already taking black seed oil, magnesium came up to help reduce pain, and the fact that we have our biominerals, our chromium, our iron, magnesium, our pain lotion, which I use every day. I put it on my shoulder. I rub it on my knee. I had knee surgery about 4 years ago. It works great. We have our potassium, our silver, our sleep, and our zinc. So we have minerals that will help benefit you because, and as I started reading this before Alicia even joined us with HBN about a month ago, I was reading that most of our issues are because we're mineral deficient. And so I'm like actually taking all of those because I was like, I want to make sure I cover all my bases. Okay, last thing we want to just talk about real quick because I don't want to take too long. Alicia, you were talking about, obviously we were talking about you want to change your health, you got to start with eating healthier, you got to make lifestyle changes. But then second, you mentioned you want to talk something about flu shot and be prepared, but not necessarily get the flu shot, but talk about that and what you mean about being prepared.
Okay, so being prepared is taking the supplements and nutrients now. Take a step now, and don't wait till flu season arrives. Don't wait till October timeframe. Don't wait till November timeframe. So start boosting your immune system, and we should stay on a immune system boost constantly. What I mean by that, nourish anything that has nutrients in it that increases your antioxidant levels, that increases and helps your immune system. And most of the time, if you're an individual who has, let's say, asthma, if you're prone to colds and infections 3 or 4 times a year, that's a direct result of you having immune deficient. Your immune system is low. Okay, it's all about, we can go into that another time. It's all about gut health. If your gut is not healthy, nothing else is healthy.
Right.
So I would recommend you start now. And the reason why I say start now, you start now and you take it as a precaution, as a regimen. There are certain HBN products are designed for precaution. They're designed to take on a lifestyle basis. So Nourish Like glad and brought it up. So it has 7 servings of fruits and vegetables. So if you're not taking a healthy vitamin supplement on a daily basis with vitamins and the minerals, this is a good one. Take it. Take it daily.
Yeah, Nurse is amazing.
You know, and then on top of that, you know, especially as women, you know, we need the calcium and the magnesium. You know, if you have other issues where, you know, your iron level stays low, this could, and can you scroll down a little bit?
To the ingredients?
Yeah, scroll down.
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, So if you scroll down and you look at sprouts, broccoli, you know, those are green vegetables. So that's going to help increase your iron level because it has the green vegetables in it. It has, so the organic sprouts, the broccoli, you know, these are vegetables that has kale in it that's going to help increase your iron level. It has spinach. So, you know, you want to get on a superfood supplement. You know, this one doesn't have anything that says anything like you may see sometimes other supplements say metallic something, you know, metallic. Yeah. So, you know, so that means it's loaded with metal. You know, it has, so it's not going to have a good absorption rate. It's going to feel heavy going into your body. So healthy, think healthy and get on top of health before health starts taking over you. When health starts taking over us and we have a combination of health issues, it's really difficult to dangle back and forth on that, you know, which way to go. What do I take care of first? Because I just want to say one thing, and I had this own experience with my mother, and it was very, very disheartening, very sad, very emotional, because my mother had diabetes, and she had diabetes and she had high blood pressure. And at the time when she was diagnosed with diabetes, she only needed to lose about 15 pounds. And honestly, she didn't even look like she needed to lose the weight. But because she was very sedentary and didn't move around, she was a nurse's aide. She worked 12-hour days, which was almost difficult for her to do much but take care of the patients she had. So she didn't eat right. She would come home after working 12 or 14 hours. Late at night, my dad would cook. You know, they eating T-bone steaks and baked potatoes and sweet potatoes and cornbread and banana pudding at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay? And then she's going to bed, and then she's going to sleep till noon, and she's going to get up and go to work. So that went on for many years. Sometimes she would get to a point where she didn't even need the medication. Then she'd go bounce back and forth. Okay, she became, the diabetes was uncontrollable. The blood pressure was uncontrollable. She became, she had to go on dialysis. This is very disheartening when the foods that they tell you to eat to decrease your diabetes and your blood pressure are not the same things that are good for you when you're on dialysis. So broccoli, greens, because they are filled with folic acid. And someone who has to go on dialysis cannot get too much folic acid into their system because it increases inflammation, and it causes them, when they're going through their treatment, to have to sit much longer, and they have to try to pull more fluid off of their bodies.
Wow.
Okay? Wow. So I'm just saying, when there's a combination of illnesses going on, it's very hard to dangle on which one do you give the most attention to. Okay? So if we start tackling overall mind, body, spirit, body, mind, spirit, we're going to tackle a lot of things. Because if you tackle the body, you're going to tackle your spirit and your mind. You're going to eliminate depression and anxiety. But if you're just tackling depression and you're not changing your diet, you haven't won. You're not going to win.
Right. Wow, that was really.
And I'm getting emotional because I'm thinking about my mom right now. But So, I mean, it was just, I mean, even oatmeal. My mother loved oatmeal. Oatmeal is good for someone who has high blood pressure because it decreases blood pressure. But my mother she couldn't have oatmeal on dialysis.
Wow.
She loved salads. You could only have X amount, I mean, like 2 or 3 cups of salad, but you have to include it as your liquid. So anything that you have on a daily basis that turned to liquid, that had to be counted in as the liquid consumption for that day. And guess what? When they go to have their treatment, they check them. And if my mother would say, okay, I only had 25 ounces or whatever, they can tell from examining her before they hook her up. No, you didn't, Mrs. Brooks. You must have had 50 or 60 because your treatment is going to be 4 hours today instead of 2.5.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Oh yeah, Jesus, yes, have mercy. Yes, Lord, I'm telling you. So let's make a conscious decision to do the right thing today.
Right. I love how you said
and diabetes and high blood pressure, they are the culprits of kidney failure. Metformin and those pharmaceutical products that we're taking, it's overtaxing those kidneys, causing the kidneys to not perform, and then a result is going on dialysis.
Wow. Yeah, and so thank you for sharing all that, Lisa. Sorry to hear about your mom, but I love how you said, let's get in front of your health so the health doesn't get over you. And you shared, an emotional thing of what happened with your mom. And I mean, those are really popular diseases: diabetes, high blood pressure, people having to get on dialysis because of that. And so thank you for sharing, that personal information about your mother, sharing all the information that you shared about each of these products. You guys, thanks so much for Alicia to coming on. She has, like I said, she has a wealth of information. I'm so excited to call her my friend and thank her for coming on these. You guys, get ahead of this. Let me just stop sharing my screen. Get ahead of this today. And like she said, if you want to make a change in your life, it starts with you making a conscious decision and coming all in, because if you don't have a goal and the mindset to say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to change my health, I'm going to change my eating, I'm going to change my lifestyle, then she says you're going to fail in a sense because you haven't made up your mind to do it. And HBN really has thought of all the amazing products, the formulations, like she said in our last episode, the formulator who came up with them, put them together perfectly, and what needed to be together, and the combination of them. So you guys, if you're seeing this on my timeline and you're interested, get back with me. If you're seeing this on Alicia's timeline, get back with her. If somebody shared this to your timeline, please reach out to them and ask them how you can get involved with HBN. It's free to get started. We're going to have these health talks every Friday afternoon. Thank you, Alicia. I'm going to keep praying that you feel better. You're a wealth of information. And so thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in this Friday night. Please have a safe weekend out there, and everybody have a blessed evening. Alicia, did you want to say anything in closing?
I want to say thank you all for participating, and hopefully this was enough information that will light a fire under you. If not, when I'm much better, I can throw out some more tarts that mean fire flames at you. But today I'm a little under the weather, so I know I wasn't quite as energetic. And I know energy is a driven, and it also energizes everyone else if they can feel the energy in the voice. But believe me, when I'm 100%, I will participate with more energy.
Amazing. You still did an amazing job. So thank you so much. You guys all have a good evening on a Friday. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.